Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So I haven't made a video in a while, but today I'm gonna just take you through the Tesla Model Y with dual motor. It'll be a it'll be an interesting uh, video because I've never been driven a Tesla before, and today is when I'm gonna look at the various advantages and disadvantages of the Model Y and see whether it's good for a road trip because I'm here in Oregon and I am at Crater Lake National Park. Uh, Most of the park is closed, so fortunately I'm able to do this video. There's in a parking lot where there's nobody, so good. Anyway, let me show you around this model. So you can see here that I rented this from Hertz at San Francisco International Airport, and it comes with the dual motor. Yep, so it is a lot more stable than the Hyundai Elantra that I rented last year in Canada. I rented that from Vancouver. I drove up to Banff and Jasper National Parks. This Tesla Model Y is, yeah, actually it's the best car I've ever driven. I've never driven a 4WD vehicle before, but this is the exterior of the vehicle, and it is a very large vehicle. It is a lot heavier and taller than the Model 3. The wheels, I don't know how big they are, but they definitely aren't 15 or 17 inch wheels. I think they're like 18 or 22 inches. Didn't measure them, but you can find the specs out for yourself. Yeah, and just my first impressions about it is that at the airport when I picked it up, I opened the trunk right here. You can see that this is a power lifting trunk. It is quite large, and then to close it you just you just close it like that. So it's pretty stable, and it looks pretty good from most angles. I actually thought it looked like a big dog at first. The handle is a bit unique. So you push this in and then you pull it. It's not as easy to use as most car door handles, but it is very futuristic. And the windows, as you close the door, the window automatically closes as well. And when you open the door, the window is going to retract a bit and you can open it. So this is the interior of the vehicle. You can see that it's a little bit different. The door latches. Opening the door is just pushing this button. There's no handle like in normal vehicles. This is the same as other vehicles, like the window and all, retracting the window. Yeah, and it's pretty big. I'm not going to get in here, but it can seat me very comfortably. It can sit 5 people very, very comfortably. No issues at all. And there's air conditioning vents at the back. Other than that, it's a very Spartan interior. I don't know, the fit and finish is not a luxury class vehicle, but it is very, I would say, sturdy feeling. Yeah, I don't know what material this is. It feels like PVC or maybe fake leather or real leather. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it feels very functional, I would say. Yep. This part, I don't know what happened, but it doesn't get off. But it's very, yeah, I mean, it's not luxurious or anything, but it just works. So that's what I like about it. Going over to the driver's side. Here, there's only 2 pedals, so the brake and the accelerator. I feel that I hardly use the brake, because this has regenerative braking. So when you go in, you step on the accelerator, it just like whooshes with a lot of force. And yeah, there's that instant torque that everyone's talking about. Here you have the wiper. Like I think you push in to make it wipe. I haven't really figured out how to use this yet, and this is the directional buttons. These 2 are for volume. This is for volume, and if you push it in, there's voice recognition. I think this is for cruise control. I haven't tried it yet. I prefer to drive myself. Yeah, and the inside part is actually very, very big. So you can see here in the center console, there are a lot of things that are emitted from this vehicle. Unlike other vehicles, it is very, very Spartan. There's no speedometer, there's no dash. So what's going to happen is that the speed is going to be here, and yeah, that's about it. And the map is on the right. If you pull it up, you can see here that, yep, there's a phone, there's a dash cam, you can play games on it, you can do karaoke. You have the Bluetooth and Spotify and radio. I use the radio most often on road trips, so you can just bring it up like that and you can, yeah, figure out which ones to use. Navigate is pretty simple. The best thing about this is that you never have to worry about gas stations anymore. So when you want to go charging, you would go here, and what it does, oops, is that it brings up a whole bunch of charging and supercharging locations that are great for, you know, your daily commute or road trips. And you have level 1, level 2, and level 3 charges. Level 3 is a supercharger. So what I do is that, yep, I uncheck these and this, and it tells you like which chargers are where. So you can see here that the nearest supercharger is 50 miles from here, and it only goes up. Obviously I'm in a very remote location, that's why these are so so far away. But if you're in an, you know, living near an urban area, it should be a lot closer to you. But right now the car has 55% charge, so if you touch it, it shows that in miles as well. 173 miles of range that 50% of the battery brings you. So obviously if you double it up, it was like 300 over miles of range for a fully charged battery. On a road trip, yeah, the car is going to recommend that you charge it to 80 to 100%. I charge it to, yeah, about 100%. It's not good for the battery, but I don't want to run out of range. So charging, you can see here, it has 173 miles. You can toggle the range like this. I just set it to the max because, yeah, I don't want to lose out on anything. It's so cheap here in Oregon. I paid $10.26 last night to charge from 40% to 100%. So imagine if you had a nearly empty battery, you would pay about, I don't know, like $12 $12 to fully charge for 300 plus miles of range. That's insane. In California it was quite a bit more expensive. I'd say it was about 50% more expensive, so you would pay about $15 for that 40 to 100% charge. But yeah, everything is in the vehicle, so I didn't use the rest very much, especially autopilot. I just prefer to trust myself when driving. But the most important thing during a road trip is charging, and this is what it looks like. Yeah, apart from that, there's empty space in this vehicle. There's a lot of space for, you know, up to 5 people, I would say. And yeah, the rest of it is pretty basic. There are tons of cameras here, so I don't know if I can show you, but on the screen, yep, there are, yeah, there's a front cam, there's a back camera, there's a left cam and right cam. So when you want to you know, turn left or right, you can see it. I still look over my shoulder just because it's habit and I feel it's a bit safer. But if you don't want to, you don't really need to, because there's a camera here. Just make sure that it's clean and free of debris. Okay, let me go out. Oh, it's a lot of ice. I'm in an empty field, empty parking lot with nobody. Okay, so to wrap this video up, good enough for a road trip. So for me, I drove from San Francisco International Airport, I drove to Lake Tahoe, I drove to Truckee and Reno, and from Reno I drove up here to Crater Lake, and maybe I might go to Yellowstone, not sure. I have about 7 days more. I think absolutely yes, it saves so much hassle going to the gas station, and frankly supercharging is not difficult at all. In fact, I find that I enjoy, you know, getting the rest A lot of times the superchargers were at grocery stores. They were outside fast food restaurants, so I could, do something outside. But more often than not, the supercharger was so fast. It went from like 40 to 80 in about 15 20 minutes, in 20 minutes. So I don't feel that it's a hassle at all. And just the fact that you save so much money on gas, you don't have to endure the smell of gas or yeah, it's just much easier. And for Teslas, oh, the charging port. Let me show you the charging port. All you do is I'm not near a supercharger right now, but you take a handle out. I mean, there are lots of other videos out on YouTube. You take the handle out, you hold it nearby, it'll open. You just push it in. If you're ready, Hertz will bill it to you. They will just bill the amount of electricity used to you, and yeah, you get that bill at the end of your rental. So I don't know. I think I'm only going to be renting Teslas from now on. Yeah. Yeah, gas cars are good. Like the Hyundai Elantra I rented last year was great. But just in terms of mileage and savings, like for road trips, I think, yeah, Tesla's the way to go. So anyway, that's my a quick review of the Model Y with dual motors. Let me know if there's anything else I can answer, or if you yeah, you'd like to see other videos like this. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.